everybody, One of Wiisdom here, Monday night. It is now 2:08 in the morning. Last video, I asked an interesting question. Number one, I was asking people to please check out Stardew Valley if you have not. I think you might enjoy it. But number two, and more important to Skylanders, my question was, hey, typically I come in, we would do Boom Bloom base upgrades, Boom Bloom Path 1, Boom Bloom Path 2. Those would be 3 videos basically in succession unless I had an unboxing to mix in. What I'm wondering, and obviously what I'm trying here, I just recorded Pain-Yatta's base upgrades, which didn't take long. It's just we had a 20-minute rant at the beginning, or real talk, whatever you want to call it. And what I'm going to try is we're going to do Pain-Yatta base, Boom Bloom base. And I'm doing that not to disrespect your opinion, but right now it's 2 in the morning. I've not edited or rendered or uploaded that video, so no one can give me opinions on what to do. And I will see what people say, and I don't know, I'm kind of interested if people would like to see, oh yeah, bring on the Pain-Yatta, oh cool, Boom Bloom, do her, or if it's like, okay, yeah, this is kind of more exciting, suspenseful, we check out base on Pain-Yatta, we do base on Boom Bloom, are you going to do, who next, and, oh wow, you're going to throw an introduction in there. So I'm just kind of wondering if people prefer just the flow of one character start to finish, or mix it up a little bit. So if you want to give me your opinion on that, please feel free to do so. That said, where we're at now, we're going to go ahead and just roll the dice here and assume you want variety. And here you have it. So Boom Bloom, where we left off a while back when we introduced her, primary attack, Whip Whap, 32 to 48, 32 to 48, followed by 2 sets of 42 to 63. There's basically 1, 2, 3, 4, and then note there's sort of that little, she withdraws the whip, if you will. She's whipping it like Devo wants, and then she just kind of brings it back behind her hip. And that's sort of, the description says multiple combos, combo up to 4 times, something like that. That is what I assume they mean. But when you look at the numbers, there was our 2 32s and then 2 42s. That's basically all I have seen. So 32 to 48, 2 times, 42 to 63, 2 times, slight pause, return, 32 to 48 twice, followed by 42 to 63. Unlike Pain-Yatta, who is a smasher, who would have been such an epic candidate for a legit jump attack, she has one. It's nothing to write home about, really, but actually it is critical every time. Well, not critical, but instead of being 32 to 48 ever, it's just always 42 to 63, which gives you incentive to actually jump in the air and use it. So keep that in mind. Her secondary attack is somewhat complex. It's called Vine Entwine. There's 2 phases to it. There's a little love tap where you just press B, and then there's one where you hold it, and you can see the difference in the distance there. But if you were to be within range of an enemy, you will get 6 to 9 as it rolls through them, if you will. And then there's sort of 2 end points. You saw the 19s there once and then again. So 6 to 9, 19, 19 again. It's kind of a deal where the vines spread out and damage you, and they retract and damage you. However you need to phrase that to make sense. But it'll roll through things at 6 to 9, and then 2 instances of 19 to 29 damage. So, with that said,
It's like a beautiful garden of numbers.
My kind of lady. Let's come in here. We're going to get started with her tertiary attack, which looks pretty sinister. 500 is the price. Press Y to grow spore seeds that damage enemies. Sounds fantastic. Alright, so let's see what it does. Oh, there's 2 of them. Let's see if we can have multiples. Probably not. Oh, it's a light show. Oh man, they last a while too. They last a long while. Now, I don't know if we can detonate them or what, but let's go ahead and just try to get a second count on these. $11-ish, something like that. Now let's see what they do damage-wise. So 15, that's what we're going to worry about right now. Spore seeds. 11 seconds. Initial hit will be 15, half of that 7.5 up to 8, so 23 on the critical side if you ever see one. And then residual damage. It looks like it's going to be 5 to 8, but the question is how many times? So from a point blank range here, we're going to lob and attack these two guys, and I'm going to attempt to count the numbers of 5 and 8 that we see pop up on the screen. So here we go. $24 freaking A. That is insane. 5 to 8, 24 times. Now let's see if we can centrally locate her and possibly hit both of them. Huh. It's only getting one.
Take that.
Okay, now we've got them both going. But basically, and you get 2 at once. I've not denoted that, but as soon as I throw 2 more, I mean, they expire. They look really cool. That contrasting colors with sort of like the crimson and purple, magenta, whatever you want to call it. Very, very cool. So, 2 at once, comma, 11 seconds. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so pretty cool tertiary attack, I gotta say. Now, here's the real question. What happens if I whip whap one of these? Will they explode? Will the vine and twine explode? No. That would be pretty sweet if that did something. Although I kind of don't mind getting... I mean, think about it. You think, oh, 5 to 8, pathetic. Well, 24 times, that's 120. You know, and if you got 2 of them wailing away at 5 to 8, 24 times, that's 240, all the while you're whip whapping over here. That's collective damage, my friends.
To blossom and grow.
So, up next is Puff O Pollen. Whip Whap does more damage, wonderful, and Spore Seeds now release damaging pollen when hit. 700, this is a 2-for-1 type of a thing. So let's check this out first. We were doing 32 2 times and 42 2 times. Let's see. It does seem to be a different color of green. 72, good lord. So 48, wow. So you got this, don't you? 48 and 64. Oh, that is a significant increase, is it not? So, round 1, 48 to 72, 2x, and then, let's see, 64, wasn't it? Oh, beautiful. I love it. And 64 to 96. 2x. So same thing, combo up to 4 times. Instead of doing 32 to 48 and 42 to 63, we've taken it up 48. That's more than we were doing on the secondary side of the back end of the combo, if you will. So 32 has become 48, 42 has become 64. It's amazing. So 48, 48 2 times is 96, 64 and 64 twice is 128, 128 and 96, that's a lot of numbers for your primary attack. 0 complaints there. Plus, now we get to hit these pods, and they release damaging sap. I guess that little yellow pop is sort of the indicator. So let's try to position one. She's got great range on that, too. Huh. Not sure, like, what the catch is here. Am I missing something? Do you have to vine and twine them? Let's go back and read this, actually.
Of numbers.
Whip Whap does more damage, and Spore Seeds now release damaging pollen when hit. I don't know if enemies have to hit it. I'm not seeing anything, is my deal. So ignore 5 and 8 and 48. Huh. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. 48. Okay. So Whip Whap. Let's go ahead and indicate that. Whip Whap is now that, semicolon at the end, and hitting spores releases, they said sap, right? Whoops. It's the Nintendo button. Pollen. Huh. I'm guessing it's 5 to 8? I don't know. There's no new numbers in there. It's pollen. So we'll put in parentheses 5 to 8 question mark. So it's really not that big of a deal. It's basically just, I guess, if you were going to get 24 hits, maybe you can wail away with your whip and exude extra instances of 5 to 8, but that would be a pain to sit here and attempt to calculate, really.
Best buds.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... If you want to play with it, you feel free. I'm content with what we have in the spreadsheet. Spore Shower is up next. Vine Entwine now pulls spore seeds in for a shower of seeking spikes. I love it. Alright, so I did introduce her, right? Yeah, I feel like we did. It's just been a while. I won't check. Alright, so let's make sure they're doing the same thing. Yeah, 5 to 8. Now let's see. Oh, where did they go? Alright, we'll throw those out.
Sweet.
Pulled them in. Ooh. Ooh, now these things seem to have a mind of their own. But
Nice.
tertiary, secondary, pulling it in. They just kind of go out in the world and... They said seeking spikes. What are they seeking? Like, I'm having a hard time understanding what they're seeking. I saw tins there that I've never seen before.
All natural.
Huh, 10 and 20 maybe? I'm thinking it would have to be. Let's make sure this isn't changed. Oh, that did change, right? It was never 13. I'm glad we checked that. Okay, so now this also increased Vine Entwine. So, Vine Entwine. Now, 13 on the roll through, right? Yeah. So 13 to 20, that's where the 20 was probably coming from. 13 to 20 on roll through. And then 26 to 39. 2x. Then the catch is... okay, so we've got 1320 and 2639. So no 10 has been logged in what we see so far. That stuff's the same. Tens, I'm guessing that the thorns are going to be seeking spikes. We'll just call it properly. Seeking spikes, which don't seem to seek very well. I was sort of picturing, like, however they launch out, they all just return. Sort of like a pop thorn type of a thing. So there's that. Can we do it in that order? Yes. Cool. So it's very cool. It's aesthetically pleasing, but they don't really... spikes, yes. Seeking, not quite. So, yeah. It's amazing aesthetically. I mean, I absolutely love that.
Excellent.
Didn't get a single hit that time. Saw a couple of 10s there, so I'm pretty content that it's going to be 10 to 15 on the seeking spikes. Alright, so
It's like a beautiful garden.
up next, our final base upgrade. It is Plenty of Plants. Have a total of 4 spore seeds active at a time. This is our tertiary attack that we kick things off with, so it's going to be pretty cool. Let's come in now and actually get Potent Pollen. Okay. Whip Whap is more damaging. Spore seeds explode. Do we not have a soul gem? Oh, of course not. We haven't been there. What was I thinking? Man, I'm so bummed out. I was having a conversation on Twitter with someone, and I think in a YouTube video, creating Aaron Red Robin, name change there. But I think someone else was involved on YouTube. I'm so bummed out. Like the Cursed Tiki Temple, right? Basically, it unlocks with Wildstorm. Robo unlocks the Lost Imaginite Mines. The location pieces in this game, as really with the entire history of location pieces, have been amazing, like the actual physical toy. All the way back, my first ever adventure pack, Dark Light Crypt, that Toys R Us gave me for purchasing SSA on launch day, and Pirate Seas, which was also available at launch day that I paid for because Dark Light Crypt was free. The crypt itself, the pirate ship, awesome. Empire of Ice Dragons Peak later. They got even better. Not even necessarily just the magic items, but the location pieces, right? The Mirror of Mystery, Tower of Time. Everything was so cool. Then in this one, Griffin Park Observatory. Epic. You know, the location, I've not played the level, but the location piece is a winner. Same with the Enchanted Elven Forest. I love it. Those are very subtle. They're going to break up your collection if you just got rows of Skylanders. Mix those in. It looks awesome on a shelf. The Cursed Tiki Temple, I know, would have looked epic. The Lost Imaginite Mines, I'm not sure what they would have done, but there's multiple images in my head that would have been ridiculously cool. I'm so bummed out that we don't get location pieces for those. So that's a little sad. Something I just thought of in my head, it's like Thumpin' Woomba Islands didn't get a location piece, which that's kind of sad. You just feel like you sort of spent extra money and didn't get something. It probably would have looked pretty cool. But what if they came, this is extremely unlikely, but what if Toys for Bob's, to push the Nintendo Switch, if you will, and kind of selling starter packs or figures of the game or whatever they're targeting with the Switch, what if they came back in and they added Nintendo specific level? Like, that's the thing. I didn't grow up with Crash Bandicoot. I've never played the games. I don't have a PS4. The remastered trilogy, therefore, doesn't mean much to me. What I loved, and what I still much, much more than Crash Bandicoot appreciated, Bowser and DK. Alright, and everyone's like, it's console specific, it sucks. Well, not really. Yes, it would have been cool if you could play Bowser on your Xbox or whatever, but Crash Bandicoot, all that, it was available at launch. You had to wait, blah, blah, blah. The trilogies on PS4, as far as I know. If we had, like, a specific Bowser and Donkey Kong or Nintendo-themed level in Skylanders, mind blown. Maybe make it like timed exclusive for the Switch and then release it, for the Wii U or whatever. That would be so epic. Anyway, it looks like we're offensive with finally back to what we're talking about. Offensive with the whip and stuff up there. And then down here, this looks to be more, I'm always intrigued, all the way going back to Zook. You got Artilleryman and you got Floral Defender. And everyone's like, oh, take the bazooka path, why would you waste your time? Floral Defender is to this day one of the most underrated paths in the history of Skylanders. And it is amazing. I'm kind of wondering if this is the same type of a vibe. This is a reason when we introduced her, I was like, man, she's someone that needs a standalone release, and several of you confirmed that. We want a second Boom Balloon, we just don't want to spend the $30 to get the adventure pack and have the duplicate stuff, right? I so wish I didn't have to. Skylander Tutor, if they could just patch that in, that would be the dream come true. I would sacrifice the Nintendo-themed level if we could all have Skylander Tutor. I'm somewhat of a team player. But that would just be amazing to switch back between these without having to reset and go back and do the frickin' Sensei Shrine every single time. Oh, I have that. I was unaware that I made myself do that. Must have been a late night, as are most of my nights. Anyway, let's get the path names, because that is what I want to know. Grow Green, epic. Love it. It's not Go 4, stranger. It is going to be Grow Green. Upgrades that improve the power of Vine Entwine. Sort of long-ranged, if you will, but then again, the whip sort of is too. Up top, we've got Spore Seed Specialist. No explanation point. Is the explanation point trying to lean us, trying to guide us to the correct path? I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out in more thrilling installments of Skylanders research. But they improve the whip and hitting Spore Seeds. Well, I hope so, because right now I don't really think hitting the Spore Seeds do much. Wait. What if I've been doing this wrong? What if, my friends, you're supposed to hit the actual seed when it's in the air? Okay. Let's play around with that. So first off, let's make sure that, the jump attack was doing 42 to 63. Let's see with Puff of Pollen if it's up to 64. Oh, epic. It is. It is wonderful. I'm going to put that under jump attack, actually. So 64, that is so insane. 64 to 96 with Puff of Pollen. Not poo, Puff of Pollen. I say poo as in Pooh Bear, not poo as in, oh, I stepped in poo. Anyway, oh bother, Christopher Robin, it's 2:30 in the morning. Alright, here's what we're going to do now. I'm going to attempt to chuck these up in the air. Oh, and we get 4 of them now, though. Let's take this in.
Take that.
I did buy that, didn't I? I don't think those do anything. So,
Flower power.
no, it's going to be so hard to hit these. I don't know if you can do it. I mean, they just rocket to the ground so fast. I think you can sort of see it flare up a little bit more than the others, but that's really about it, man. There's just no way to, like, if I jump,
Flower power.
or if I release and then try to jump, I don't really pull it off ever. Although, I thought, how did we wind up with an odd number there? Did I actually hit one? This would just be tantalizingly hard to accomplish. And I'm thinking, based on the limited aura of damage, that... See how fast they... I mean, come on. I just don't know. Let's get 4 of these out here. That's a lot of thorns blowing up there. So, let's see. There you go. Still going to do 15, 23? Yes. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Something else, and we just didn't start counting. So we'll stick with our 24. But now we can have that, and then we'll 2 more stack. Looks like it. This. Got so few hits with that. So few hits with that. Let's run in here and see what we can do to a training dummy. And hopefully it's a good little experience for us. What was I running into there? I don't even know. Alright, this will take some time. Load screen. You know what? Something no one sung. An unsung hero of the update. I had to get cash for... I kind of feel bad about doing it. I didn't look at anything. I just literally put them on the portal to get money. I've thrown down Pit Boss, Legendary Pit Boss, to get him up to 14k for upgrades. I tell you what, man. I think you can skip the cutscenes quicker in this update. I was very, very happy about that. So here we are, back to our old stomping grounds. Let's have some fun here. Oh yeah.
Nature does not hurry.
That was ridiculously easy. Look how cool her whip looks. I could not see that detail earlier. Vine entwine. Okay, Spore Seed. Oh, my bad. Spore Seed. Spore Seed. Yeah, I don't really know what this pollen thing is about, but doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. I mean, her whip is just OP. Like, ridiculous. Let's just get 4 people in here and see how fast I can whip through them. Alright, so 4 dummies, count them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whip it. Whip it good. I pressed the button 8 times and I killed 4 enemies. Efficiency. I'll take it. Let's play around some double vine entwine here. Oh, it'll push them back, too. That's cool. Pulls them in. That's something you can't really see with the fixed position training dummies. Just Spore Seed this guy to death. I'll take advantage of the 5 to 8s, the residuals, and then just constantly spamming him, and he's dead. Boom Bloom, you have to realize right now she only has the base upgrades, and she's ridiculous.
My stats continue
That
to
said,
blossom
we
and
do have the
grow.
Sky Chi, so let's play with it. We've got Whippersnapper. Ultimate Sensei attack. Hold the right trigger to go for a spin with a sensationally large vine. Move with left stick to whip your enemies into shape. I don't know that the vine needs any more help, but let's check it out. We'll get 4 of these clowns in here again. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Here we go.
Nature calls.
Oh, what? Please, I wish I could spawn in more of those things. I don't know what the grand finale is going to do, but you get the idea. She's pretty crazy. So, these are Boom Bloom's base upgrades. I gotta say, this woman's ridiculous. And as one of those characters, she's got a super high jump, it seems, too. Huh. Not very quick, but jump ability, wow. Breeder for the sake of the sport type of a thing, you know. Anyhow, where were we? Yes. I gotta say, history has taught me, right? If you got a character like this and the base upgrades are just, whoa, you know, like unbelievably good, I always temper my expectations, because so many times it's like, oh, well, this didn't really add much. We got a little something, but it was really, the highlight was the base upgrades. Could be the case here. Some of her stuff looked pretty cool. Maybe it'll just be like minuscule add-ons or something that caters to a specific playstyle. But I've got to say, base upgrades alone, you would be done. You don't have to do anything else with this chick. She's that good. So we had a couple of other Skylanders. Aurora comes to mind in this game that had the same setup. But nonetheless, it is after 2:30 in the morning. I'm going to end this so I can get to rendering. Let me know your thoughts, though, on if you would like to see all Boom Bloom, you know, base upgrades, top path, bottom path, so on and so forth. Or if you'd sort of like to see go back and do Pain-Yatta's top path. And hey, go ahead and introduce Legendary Pit Boss now. Oh, look, now we're back to Boom Bloom's second path. Whatever methodology you prefer there, you know, mixing it up or keeping it uniform and straight, let me know, because sometimes, like, particularly with the Taekwon Crow, I did all 3 of those in a row, and it's like, oh, everything is going great, and then low view, low view, low view type of a thing, and then I come in and throw in an unboxing, it's like, whoa, you know, and then an introduction, and it's like, yay, and then you get back, and it's like, well, what would people prefer best? And the best way for me to find out is to simply ask what you would prefer. So let me know your thoughts. I'll try to accommodate them as best I can outside of this instance, because I've already recorded it. So nonetheless, I got some editing to do. I'm gonna try to start getting to bed by 3. That'll be, sounds crazy, but that'll be a step in the right direction for me. And then maybe I won't get tired as easily the next day. I don't know. Nonetheless, had a good time. I hope you did too. Hope you learned a little something. As always, thanks for watching. OneOfWiisdom.com. Follow me on Twitch and Beam as well as Twitter. I will always tweet before I go live. SkylanderClub.com. Check it out. I made it for Portal Masters like yourself. If you like it, sign up. I'd love to have you join us. MindLogix.net if you're into Minecraft. That said, for myself and Miss Boom Bloom, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you back here for more. Look at her nails piercing. I'll catch you back here for more Skylanders Imaginators research.